It's my pleasure to introduce this morning's keynote speaker, Brenda VanLengen. Brenda was born a Loper, plain and simple. Her parents, Delmer and Sandra, met as college students here at Kearney State College. They were married the next summer and brought Brenda into the world the following year. Longtime Loper physician Dr. L.R. Smith delivered Brenda, and her first residence was student housing at College Heights. I'm proud to say we've upgraded a little bit. Growing up in Roseland, her Loper connections continued. She had opportunities to attend many basketball camps here at UNK, and in August of 1983, she came back home as a new freshman. She graduated summa cum laude in 1988 with a Bachelor of Arts in Education and a two-time academic All-American designation in women's basketball. If we fast forward to today, Brenda is now a nationally recognized sports broadcaster whose experience and voice has been included on NCAA tournaments of women's basketball games on ESPN since 1996. She is clearly the most recognizable voice. She's announced Big 12 Conference women's basketball games on Fox Sports for 22 seasons, known for her strategic analysis and ability to break down the X's and O's of the game. She's been a commentator for 12 women's national basketball championships, including 2 that were hosted right here in this arena. In 2013, she announced 15 events at the World University Games in Russia, including the gold medal championship in women's and men's basketball and in women's beach volleyball. In 2016, she was awarded the prestigious Mal Greenberg National Media Award for her work as a broadcast and advocate for women's basketball. She's won an Emmy on behalf of Fox Sports Midwest broadcast of the 2009 WEPAC Celebrity Basketball. Prior to her broadcasting career, she coached basketball for 8 seasons, including 5 at UNL. She was a business teacher and a coach at Kearney High School from 1988 to 1990. I should also mention she's competed in and finished her first half Ironman competition in Madison, Wisconsin this summer. Brenda, we are so thrilled and so honored to have you come back to your campus. I'm pleased to welcome, and I want you to meet, Brenda VanLengen.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Christensen, for inviting me to be here. I want to greet the Regents Kenny, Pillen, Claire, Student Regent Cradle. Lindsay, you did a terrific job this morning. Special guests, family, friends, my mom and dad, Capri, and the graduating class of 2018. Before I get started, I want to share with you that I went on the link to all of the UNK graduates on the website, all 365, because I wanted to look through the towns and the names. I'm sure all of you like to do that. I take great pride in being from Nebraska. I live in Kansas City now, and anytime I meet somebody from the state of Nebraska, I believe that within 2 to 3 minutes I can have a conversation with them and we know someone in common. I love that about being from Nebraska. So I went through the list and I saw there's a graduate from Air. Are you here? I know where Air, Nebraska is. There's also a graduate from Bladen, the school that my hometown of Roseland consolidated with to make Silver Lake High School. Small towns like Elm Creek, Gibbon, where I did my student teaching, Grant, where my mom grew up, Juniata, where my dad grew up, Glenville, where my parents play poker once a week during the summer. I know they're not happy that I mentioned that, but they're really good poker players. Last names like Dahlgren, Horton, Pavelka, Kriesel, names I recognize, and a lot of familiar names that I wonder if I know your parents or maybe your grandparents. It's such an honor to be with you here at my alma mater, to be home. As Chancellor Christensen said, "I'm not just an alum, I'm a #Loper for life." My first housing was in student housing. My parents met here as students. I'm very proud to be able to come home, and actually 52 years ago today, my dad graduated from Kearney State College. So it's truly an honor to be here, and I want to say congratulations to all of the graduates. So, what are you going to be when you grow up? Haven't you been asked that all your life? The truth is, you will always be growing, searching, becoming. The more authentic question is, have you figured out the purpose for your life? Why are you here? What are your dreams? How do you plan to make an impact? How will you make that happen? You don't have to decide for your whole life today, but today marks a day in your journey where you will take your next step. You should know that life will provide twists and turns, things that are predictable and many that are not. Your path is unknown. Your purpose may change. You will evolve. But if you can wrap your heart and your mind around why you are here, what you want to accomplish, what legacy you want to leave, it will help in guiding your decisions. My purpose? Live boldly. Enjoy this life that God has given me. Mentor, challenge, inspire others, tell stories. Show compassion and treat others as I would want to be treated. Dream big, take risks, celebrate the small victories, make people smile. Lift up others and be an advocate for those without a voice, especially women. And laugh, cry, learn, and love. That's my purpose. What's yours? Okay, so some of you may have zoned out already. Maybe your thoughts are on your post-game celebration. Oh, post-game celebration? I am definitely a sports broadcaster. Your post-ceremony celebration. Your family, your friends. But I'd like to give you 5 things to consider, and I'll try to lay it out so that maybe you can remember 1 or 2 of them as you're contemplating your purpose and the next steps on your journey. I know you're probably asking, will this be on the test? Why, yes. Don't you know? Your whole life is a test. It's not dress rehearsal. It's not practice. This is the real thing. This is it. Every decision you make will impact your journey. So, number 1, dream big. Dare to dream. You may have an idea what you want to do now that you have your degree, but don't limit yourself. A degree from UNK gives you many advantages, but it shouldn't put you in a box. What do you want to do? What do you really want to accomplish? Dare to dream. A lot of people ask me if I always wanted to be a sports broadcaster. No. I wanted to be a high school business teacher and coach. And as I dared to dream how I could speak to and inspire an even larger audience, broadcasting to me became that conduit where I can share my passion, my knowledge, my experience beyond the classroom. It's how a graduate of UNK, a small college athlete from the middle of Nebraska, is able to build a career communicating across the nation, even internationally, for 24 years and counting. Dare to dream. Number 2, and you alluded to this, Lindsay, realize the magic happens outside your comfort zone. Be willing to take risks. The greatest things in your life will likely happen when you're willing to take risks. Do something that scares you. Do something that you might fail at, or you might not. After I graduated from UNK, I received my first full-time paycheck from Kearney High School. I purchased a 600-square-foot house on 3rd Avenue. I bought a new car. I was on my way. And after 2 years, I was offered a $5,000 a year graduate assistantship to coach at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. And I took a risk. After earning my master's degree and coaching the Huskers for 5 years, I took a risk and I moved to Kansas City without a job to be near to the NCAA so that I might work for them or I might give this broadcasting career a try. There are thousands, probably millions of success stories that start with someone being willing to take a risk. Sometimes it pays big dividends, sometimes it doesn't. It takes courage to turn away from a decision that you once thought was right and may have been right at the time, but then you settle into thinking it's the best you can do. It takes courage to take a risk and break away. Sometimes it takes courage to stay, because that may be the best decision for you. Make the best decision for you. Your willingness to go outside your comfort zone and do things that you thought you might not be able to do may be the biggest contributor to your success and fulfillment of your dreams. Number 3, whatever you do, bring energy. Live with enthusiasm. I don't know if you've noticed or not, I'm giving you cues to help remember this later. Dare to dream, D. Take a risk, R. Enthusiasm. I'm spelling dream here. Those of you taking notes probably caught on already. Thank you. This will help you remember it better later for the test. Enthusiasm. It takes effort to have energy. Smile. Help other people smile. I want people to join me in having a great time. I love describing the strategies and stories of sports on television, especially about girls and women competing in sports. And I want others to enjoy it as much as I do. Enthusiasm is contagious. I learned that from my best friend when I was a student here. Ann Stockton was my teammate on the basketball team, and she became my dearest and closest friend. Her enthusiasm for life was contagious. She made people want to laugh and smile and have fun. And when we were both just 19 and students here, she tragically died as a result of a motorcycle crash just a half a mile down University Drive on the curve down there. It was devastating. And it's still hard. But I made a decision, a choice, to live my life with enthusiasm, the passion with which my friend Ann lived. Number 4, live a life of appreciation. That's the A. Appreciation, gratitude. You are not solely here on your own. You've worked hard, but whether it's your parents, mentors, friends, teachers, coaches, you've been helped along the way. I believe that God has given me this life and provided opportunities and friends and love. And so I encourage you, live a life of appreciation and gratitude. Be accepting of other people's differences. Build bridges. Give back. Help others. The Bible says, to whom much is given, much is expected. I'm proud to have been the first person to endow a scholarship for the women's sports programs here, the Ann Stockton Memorial Scholarship. And I'd like to challenge each of you graduates, each of you sitting in the audience today. When you leave here and make your way, remember to give back and help the programs here at UNK that provided a launching pad for you. Number 5, M, anyone? Bueller? Make it happen. Take initiative. Don't wait for your dreams to happen. Go make them happen. In basketball, we say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You have to shoot the ball to make a basket. You have to make the call to get the job. You have to take action to get whatever it is that you want. You have the foundation now, the training, the education, the support. It's up to you to take responsibility to make it happen. Live your best life. Remember this African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Use your resources, including a world of Loper alums. Lucas Dart said 55,000 Loper alums are out there that you will be joining. You never know when your opportunity may arise, so be ready. My big break in broadcasting happened after 3 years of doing local television broadcasts for Nebraska Public Television. I walked into a college basketball game at Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, and was given the opportunity to make my debut on national television with 15 minutes notice. The announcer for the game didn't show up, so they grabbed me to do it. I could have said no thank you to the opportunity because I was afraid I might fail. But I was ready to make it happen. You never know when the next handshake, the next conversation, the next email, that next social media post, that next opportunity might impact the rest of your life. So, dare to dream. Be willing to take risks. Live with energy and enthusiasm. Show appreciation, and be ready to make it happen. So what are you going to be when you grow up? What is your purpose? How will you make it happen? You now have a degree from the University of Nebraska-Kearney, or you will in just a few moments. You have an incredible advantage. You can make a real difference. Be kind to one another. Go make this world a better place because you're in it. I'm proud to have you join me as a fellow alum of UNK. Go Lopers.